You tell me here the test scenario is admin login. Admin login is a scenario. How many test cases we can write to verify this admin login? To check admin login, how many test cases we can write? Okay. Swati and other people have answered 4. In the 4, what is the first one? Sai Krishna answered 2. Nitin also, okay. Manidhar also answered 2. Valid. I'll write here. Admin login is the scenario. The test case 1. Check admin login with valid data. Test case 2. Check admin login with invalid data. Correct? Check admin login with valid data. Check admin login with invalid data. See here, invalid data. In the second test case, we have multiple combinations. Valid, invalid, invalid, valid, invalid, and invalid. Agreed? Maybe based on this, you said 4, right? For the second test case, we have different combinations. Valid, invalid, invalid, valid, invalid, and invalid. I hope based on this, you answered 4. If I'm covering like this, 2. Okay, what is your question, Nitin? Nitin, what is your question? Okay. Right. Test case 1, check login with valid username and valid password. Test case 2, check login with invalid data. Invalid data meaning here valid username, invalid password, invalid username, valid password, invalid username, and invalid password. Well, now here also I create 2 test cases. The first test case, admin login test with valid data. Admin login test with valid data. This one. After completion of the code, I am not writing the code. I'll create another test case. Admin login test with invalid data. Later, if required, you can group these 2 test cases into your testng.xml so that whenever we receive the modified version, if you want to test admin login only with valid data, I'll run the first test case. If I want to check admin login with invalid data, I'll execute this program. If I group these 2 test cases into testng.xml file, when I run the testng.xml, the 2 test cases will be executed on the given modified version. This is how generally we create in our company in our real-time process. Understand? Check admin login with valid data, 1 test case. Check admin login with invalid data, 2nd test case. Later, you can group these 2 test cases into testng.xml file. Okay. Let us do this now. this extends app utils. Right. This I'll configure with @test annotation. Then in this Excel file, what I will do, I remove this data. Here, I rename my sheet admin login valid data. I insert another sheet with the name admin login invalid data. You know, if really admin login has multiple roles, there are different users belongs to admin category that you can put here. So valid username, wrong password, wrong username, valid password, invalid username, invalid password. I save this Excel file. Yes. Then, so here, this requires user ID and the password. So now here, so yesterday what we did, we are reading the data from Excel and supplying. Like yesterday, what I do, I'm creating a variable with the name maybe data file. I'll specify the location of my Excel file, wherever it is available. Here I'm declaring one more variable, data sheet. This is check admin login with valid data test case. I'll give the name of this sheet. In this test case, I want to access the data from this sheet. Then I'll create data provider method. This I'm going to configure with data provider annotation. Here I'm going to specify the data provider name. Then here we have to write the code. First, let us write the script to pull the data from the Excel sheet. Like the yesterday script. So we have to specify the row count, also the column count for creating two-dimensional array object. Here I am declaring a variable 1 to hold row count, 1 to hold column count. The row count equal to Excel utils dot get row count data file and the data sheet. Here I am using that row count. I'm adding the exceptions. A column count equal to Excel gist dot get column count data file data sheet row number 1. We are counting these columns. This is column count. Then, in order to fetch the data from the sheet, I'm constructing a for loop. Zeroth row, zeroth column, data file, data sheet, row number I, column number 0. Oh, sorry, we should not hard code. We should not hard code, sorry, I minus 1, zeroth row, next column in the Java memory, here I'm giving 1. Right. Now finally, this data I want to return. The return data will access by the data provider method, this method. So here, see, in this library Primus Bank homepage, I have admin login. You please observe the expected behavior of the system. This admin login created in a valid perception, correct? In a positive perception. Enter username, enter password, click submit button. Assumption, we are passing always valid data. If the URL contains admin flow, so what is expected behavior? System should display a URL which contain admin flow. This is the expected behavior for valid data, correct? This is the expected behavior for valid data. Admin login with valid data. So maybe if needed, I slightly change the method name to admin login valid, because this is the expected behavior for valid. Otherwise, at test case level, you have to change the expected behavior of the system. Otherwise, I'll keep like this. 1 second. I'll remove this part. One option. Okay, otherwise I'll go with this one first. Now what I will do, I'll copy this entire function, because here the expected test condition for valid data, I paste here. In the library class, I'm doing all this stuff. Here I give the name invalid. For invalid, this is not the expected. Enter username, enter password, click login. I'll change this. For invalid, what is expected for invalid, you tell me? What is expected for invalid? Expected behavior of the system for invalid? Yes. It should display a alert pop-up with the text incorrect banker name or password, something like this. These are expected behavior of the system, pop-up or the alert. So what I do here, alert driver dot switch to alert. If this alert, I already explained about this. Read the text. This text I am converting to lowercase. If this text contains invalid or incorrect, something like this, incorrect banker name or password. If the text contain, as I'm converting to lowercase completely, I'll give in the lowercase. Incorrect banker name or password. If these conditions satisfied, return true, and to continue the next iteration, we have to handle this alert. We have to suspend this alert. I hope you remember this. Accept the alert, return true. Else, return false. Right. Now here, there is a chance to get this alert. See, once again, after you click login, sometimes it may take little amount of time to generate this alert due to traffic or whatever it may be. Sometimes very quickly it will display. Sometimes it will take some amount of time to display this alert. So what I do here, I get an opportunity, I use an opportunity to explain explicit condition, Selenium explicit condition. Previously, we used implicit condition to make Selenium to wait until, some element is displayed. The same way we have explicit condition, WebDriver wait. What is this explicit condition? If you want to make Selenium wait until some condition satisfied, WebDriver wait. I'll do this again. WebDriver wait is one of the Selenium class. If you want to make Selenium wait until some condition satisfied, then go further execution. WebDriver wait, some name I'm giving equal to new WebDriver wait. It needs driver as the first argument, timeout in seconds. Okay. Wait at the page where the driver focus available for a maximum of 20 seconds. Then wait, you need to configure the test condition. Explicit condition. Wait until what? Until There is one more class available in Selenium, expected conditions. Expected conditions, it has all possible conditions in terms of static methods. All possible conditions, wait until a alert is present, or wait until some element is visible, element to be clickable. There are many possible conditions here. You can configure different condition as per the requirement, but here, wait until alert is present. Once the alert is present, then go further execution. So these two lines of code is not mandatory but recommended, so that if your application taking little amount of time to display the alert, we don't get any exception, because your Selenium will wait until the alert is present. Once the alert is present, the driver focus shifted to the alert. Capture the text to displayed on the alert, verify with the expected value, then alert will be suspended. Alert will be suspended and it will return true, otherwise return false. This is for invalid data. Previous one is for valid data. Okay. So here I have two functions here. Admin login valid. Here the expected behavior of the system is admin flow. Admin login for invalid. The expected behavior of the system, some alert to be generated. Now what I will do, a test case level, I'll call the appropriate function. So now I create an object for the Primus Bank homepage. Then, because this is a admin login test case with valid data it is. Now here I'll call admin login valid function. User ID and password. And here this function return value I'm taking into some variable res. The remaining story is same, procedure is same, like yesterday what we did. Asset dot asset true, the Boolean condition. Okay. Okay, if you want to write the results in the Excel, if true, if the result is true, Excel utils, set cell data, the data file, the data sheet, row number, I said I'm using J, I'll declare the J, column number 012, the data I want to write, pass. So here, at class level, I'm declaring variable J with the value 1. Here the J we are using. After writing the results path, I want to show in green color, fill green color, the data file, the data sheet, row number J and column number 2. In the same way, if res value is false, I'll update the same column with fail. After updating fail, I fill with the red color, the data file, the data sheet, row number, and the column number. Done. Then we have to even call the logout also to continue second iteration. To continue a second iteration, we have to call the logout here. So logout is available at admin homepage. Admin homepage. Yesterday program is banker login. This is admin login. A home equal to new admin homepage. Then a home dot. I'm calling that admin login. Admin logout. Now this will continue the second iteration. Right now this is check admin login with valid data. And for each iteration, yes, we have to increment the J value, J++. Okay. First, we are executing admin login with valid data. I save the file, I close the file. Let us run this test case now. Check admin login with valid data. Yes. Okay, no issue. Because I changed the function name, right? It has to run admin login with only one combination because we are executing with valid data. Okay, let me check what is the error. Well, I understood the problem. It is saying there are 3 parameters because dynamically we are counting the number of columns. Previously we have results here. I removed it. So it is executing with one combination because only one combination available. Only one combination available, done. It is executed. So admin login was tested, pause. Admin and admin is the data utilized. Now, I'll go to the second test case. Admin login with invalid data. I remove this. Admin login with invalid data. Oh, we have not created the code. I have to create the code. Almost same code. I can copy and paste the code. Now, please confirm till this point understood so that I'll create the second test case. The previous one was understood. Only what we did, there's no difference between the yesterday and today code. I repeat it again. Yesterday what I did, we are maintaining only valid data in one sheet. Now, admin login valid data I kept in one sheet. Admin login invalid data we are maintaining in another sheet because definitely for admin login with valid data expected behavior is different. Admin login with invalid data expected behavior is different. Expected behavior is different for valid data, invalid data. Hence, I created 2 functions. Admin login valid one function with corresponding expected behavior. Admin login invalid data another function with appropriate expected behavior. So now what I do, almost code is same. I copy this. This extends app utils. Almost code is same. Only here we have to call check admin login with. We have to, oh, okay, not here. We have to call admin login invalid. Okay. Then just a minute. Yes, 1 second. Correct. Data file, okay. Data sheet name also we have to change. Data sheet name we have to change. So what is the sheet name? This one. I'm copying this sheet name. I put here. Admin login invalid data. These are sheet name. And we are calling admin login with invalid. Yes, this code we no need to change because appropriate expected behavior available in the appropriate function. Here the expected behavior error message available here. For admin login invalid, if an alert displayed with this message, then only it will return true. If no alert is displayed, it will return false. This function we are calling in this test case. Admin login invalid we are calling. And there is no logout. There is no logout. Because first of all, we are testing with invalid data. If alert is displayed, handle the alert is enough and continue the second iteration. No logout. Done. I hope everything is same. Right. Now, let us execute the second test case, this one. For that, I close the application. Better I'll do one thing, I don't take a chance. Because you know, why I'm doing this, I'm dynamically counting the number of columns. If I hardcode the value, I no need to do this. If I hardcode the value, I no need to do this. Means here, instead of CC, if I give the column count to 2, whatever the way you maintain the Excel sheet, this will go. Okay. Okay, now let me run this test case. I close the Excel file. Yes. I run the second test case. With 3 combinations. First combination, valid, invalid, done. You please observe the alert also handled, done. Okay. Still, what I have observed here is, did you observe what is happening? Everything is executed successfully, but what happened is earlier, as per the system behavior, I am doing it manually. The first combination, valid username, wrong password. I click login. After handling the popper, still this admin data is available. This admin data is available. In the second iteration, it is continuing the data here. In the third iteration, it is continuing the data here. Did you observe that previously? Right. So what I will do, for each iteration, better you clear the data. You clear the data. So I go back to the function, admin login invalid, accept the alert. After accepting the alert, if any data available, clear the data present in the username field, clear the data present in the password field. If any available, then return true. It would be better. That's what, sir, as for, you know, in the working, while preparing the program, we create the code, we execute the code, we get some exception, we identify some deviations, then we modify our code, and finally the code will be baselined. This baselined code, if I'm an automation team member, I submit to my team lead. My team lead will have a review. Yes, it is done. They will keep it aside. They assign the second scenario to me. Like this, generally in working, the work will go. Say at a shot, nobody will write the complete code perfectly. We write the code, we execute the code, we face exception, we enhance the code as per the requirement, then we finalize the code and go with the second scenario. Done. Now let me execute the second one. Again, I'm running this test case now. Scenario 1 done. Scenario 2 done. Scenario 3 done. Meaning different samples of data. Finish. Now see the TestNG output. Admin login was executed 3 times. Admin login test case executed for 3 times. First time tested with admin ABC, pause. Yes, results is pause because expected behavior, a pop-up should be displayed. If pop-up displayed, test is pause, functionality working. Next time tested with invalid username, valid password. Last time tested with invalid username and invalid password. Okay. HTML output is okay. See the Excel output. See here the Excel output. Pause. So admin login with valid data, admin login with invalid data. Okay. So now what I will do, I save this. Let's save this. Better instead of column count dynamically. Definitely, admin login will have only two columns, username and password. I'm hard coding the value so that you no need to worry about the Excel. So what I will do now, I'll create testng.xml file. I hope you remember previously, I have the XML file. Okay, I'll create a new XML file. The two test cases I'm collecting, admin login with valid data, admin login with invalid data. Right click, testng, convert to testng. Here I'm giving a suit name, Primus Bank test suite. Okay. Here, convert to testng. Because it is saying earlier, the warning is saying already testng.xml file available, you want to overwrite. Otherwise, already I told you extension must be .xml, secondary name must be .xml, primary name can be anything. I just click finish. Another XML file was created here, like testng.xml it is. This is what I said. Previously, this is the file I created. Primary name can be anything, but secondary name must be .xml. I open this. Whatever the code it is showing, I remove this code. I hope you remember how to do it. Suit, the name of the suit. Here I'm giving a name, Primus Bank test suit. Inside the suit, test. Here I'm giving my first test case name, admin login test with valid data. Inside the test, I hope you remember all this stuff, classes. Inside the classes, we have to give the class path. So here my package name, Primus Bank dot tests dot is case sensitive. Admin login test with valid data. This is your first test case. Now the second test case. Class name, admin login with invalid data. Classes, class path. This is the package qualifier. Dot admin login test with invalid data. Right, two test cases I have created. Then I save the XML file. Let me run the XML file. I close the application. I'll run this XML file. Run as test suite. There are two test cases in the suite. The first one, check admin login with valid data. Done. Now, second test case. Check admin login with invalid data. First iteration, second combination, last combination. Done. Finally, the two test cases are executed. See the HTML output. See, totally the admin login was tested 4 times. First time admin login tested with admin and admin. The next time admin login test case was executed, test method was executed with invalid combinations of the data. This is your test output now, results now. So this is all about data-driven test cases implementation called data-driven framework. Almost we spent 8 days of sessions, 8 hours of sessions only for data-driven testing. Last Monday, I introduced you the Apache Poi. From that time, slowly I have introduced you all the concepts related to the data-driven testing in different ways. But in real time, this is how we implement the data-driven framework. Okay, why I have created different examples so that, you know, by listening multiple examples, we'll gain the confidence on the topic. It's a very important topic for Selenium testing, data-driven testing, and Apache Poi classes and interfaces and methods. I hope you understood this session about data-driven testing using Java and Apache Poi and Selenium. If you confirm, I'll stop here for today. I'll upload this code into the drive. And tomorrow we continue with hybrid implementation, hybrid framework. Ravi will discuss parallel. We don't do now. While explaining Selenium Grid, generally parallel execution, a group of test cases I want to run on Firefox, same test case I want to run on Chrome, same test case I want to run on some other browser. In this scenario, in real time, we use parallel option. While explaining Selenium Grid, I'll teach you how to use the parallel in that option. So remaining is clear, everyone? Right. So I'm uploading this code into the drive. So what I'm doing every day, I'm uploading this compressed file so that you can import. You are able to do this, right? Did you observe in the Google Drive every day, I'm compressing the file with the latest code and I'm uploading into the drive. Right then. Thank you. Take care. And we continue tomorrow hybrid framework. Well.